Money lies you need to stop believing. Hi there, it's Luigi, and welcome to Catapult Capitalism, your guide in making smart financial moves for your future. If you enjoy watching our videos, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated whenever we upload a new video. In today's video, we're gonna share with you some common lies about money that you need to stop believing. If you're into these kinds of videos, then stay tuned and keep on watching. Do you believe that you're telling the truth to yourself about money? We might think we know the truth about our finances, but our beliefs can often overpower the truth. Wishes, hopes, and fears can tip the balance away from the truth. This makes it easier for us to think whatever we want to about money, and it can happen without us even noticing. The money lies we tell ourselves can affect how we think and act with our money. And since most of us don't talk about money with our friends and family very often, the money lies we tell ourselves tend to stay with us. That can keep us from changing our bad habits and keep us stuck in harmful beliefs. But no matter what money-related lies we tell ourselves, it's never too late to set the record straight. Let's look at some of the common money myths that everyone believes at some point and see what's really true. I'll be happier when I have blank dollars. With blank dollars in my bank account, many of my issues would disappear, and I would be happier. Do you recognize this line? Earnings, savings, and budget goals and targets are excellent, but if you assume that some magical number will turn on the happiness switch for you, think again. We invest much too much emotion into a single number when we tell ourselves this money lie, and we may be setting ourselves up for disappointment. The good news is, making progress towards our objectives, regardless of whether we achieve the aim, has been shown in studies to be very fulfilling. Budgeting will restrict my enjoyment. It's tempting to imagine that making a budget would restrict your ability to have fun with your money. However, keep in mind that you are the person in charge of your budget. This means you may and should put aside money to enjoy yourself. Add a vacation to your monthly budget if you wish to take one every summer. If you like going to happy hour every Friday, make it an item in your budget. Instead of seeing your budget as a constraint on your life, consider it a tool that allows you to live the life you want while maintaining the financial management you want. Money management is difficult. If you've seen your parents struggle with money, you may think money management is difficult. Managing money for your parents was in reality difficult. Learning about money was formerly considered a luxury. Your parents needed access to someone who could teach them how to handle their money correctly, or they needed to know what books to read so they could teach themselves. Access to the internet, along with technological improvements, have made money management simpler than ever. There are an infinite amount of applications and bank accounts available to assist you in budgeting more effectively, no matter your financial past or present. A low credit score means I won't be approved for a bank account. Many aspects of your life are influenced by your credit score. Your credit score influences everything from your ability to qualify for a mortgage to the interest rates on your credit cards. Hard inquiries, also known as hard credit checks, might harm your credit score. Whether you're striving to improve your credit or are totally pleased with the present score, you will want to avoid any unwanted credit checks. That is why it is critical to have access to an account that will not run a credit check. You can have access to a great account without having your credit score checked. I have strong financial willpower. When confronted with temptation, most of us convince ourselves that we are adept at avoiding it. But when was the last time you opted not to purchase something you desperately wanted? When was the last time you bought anything on the spur of the moment? Did you know that the average American spends several $100s every month on impulsive purchases? When we are worried, we are more inclined to shop on impulse and spend more money. That is most likely why impulsive spending has increased by 18% in 2020. Furthermore, many of us who purchase using credit cards are probably spending more than we think. The average credit card buyer spends around 10% more than they would with cash, not to mention the expense of interest if the amount is not paid in full. I'll save more money later. Most of us focus on purchasing what we need and desire right now, telling ourselves that we'll start saving for the future later. If we save anything, it will most likely be whatever is left over. In reality, just 1 in every 6 of us saves more than 15% of our income, and 1 in every 5 does not save at all. Whatever the reason, we are valuing the present over the future when we tell ourselves this money lie and put off saving. That can catch up with us on a rainy day or any time we start really considering retirement. By then, we may have done a lot of difficult labor to catch up with our savings, or it may be too late. I have plenty of time to plan for my financial future. When we gaze 10, 20, or even more years ahead, the future might appear quite distant. When we believe we have a lot of time between now and then, it's simple to find reasons not to prepare or save for it. This money deception serves as an excuse for procrastination. It's the reasoning we sometimes employ when we're having trouble dealing with bad thoughts or concerns regarding our financial destiny, and it causes us to ignore the years of interest that we miss out on when we don't plan. There is good and bad debt. We tend to attribute moral worth to debt, viewing mortgages and school loans as good debt and credit card debt as evil. This money illusion causes us to think incorrectly about debt. Every loan has a cost, and it's vital to understand how each one impacts our current and future selves. Instead of focusing on whether the debt is good or bad, consider the entire cost of interest over time, which might be larger than you believe. Also, consider if the loan is truly assisting you in reaching your goals. I need to focus on making passive income. Passive income sounds like a pipe dream to many millennials. They read about some person who went on a 3-week vacation while still working and say, "I can do that." What they don't see is how much time and effort it took to get there. Most people, especially those who are just starting out in the workforce, don't need to focus on passive income. Instead, individuals should focus more on their jobs in order to increase their active revenues. They can do this by improving their job abilities, solving more issues for their supervisors, and generally trying to do well at their current position. Many individuals despise hearing this since it implies that instead of dreaming about earning a $500 per day passive income, they must really work at their regular job position. Put in the hours and improve your skills at work so you can make more money. If a raise is not an option, look for other employment and negotiate better compensation if you can. Reality sometimes sucks, but don't let it affect your life too much. Investing is very complex. Many people think that investing is overly difficult. Most of us even get scared to invest. The truth is, investing may be simple to grasp. Any new activity requires time to learn, and investing is no exception. To learn about saving for retirement, all you need is attention, a little energy, and to set aside some time and have an open mind. Wanting more is bad. We agree to accept less when we persuade ourselves we shouldn't want more than we have, and we may be deceiving ourselves into thinking it's okay that we aren't doing anything or enough to better our financial circumstances. This money deception keeps us back and makes it difficult to modify our financial habits. When we view desiring more in terms of a positive incentive, it might be simpler to take risks or put in the effort required to reach the next financial level in our lives. How many of these money lies do you recognize as your own or find yourself saying? At some point in our lives, we might have believed some of these lies. Maybe up until now, we're still telling ourselves one or two. Maybe we were attempting to justify a decision or make ourselves feel better about what we wanted to do with our money. As a result, we most likely did not make the best financial decision. Our financial practices are influenced by what we tell ourselves and believe about money. Our money lies won't only deplete our wallets if we're not telling ourselves the truth. They can also have an impact on our financial knowledge and boost our confidence, sometimes in situations where being confident about something is not good. Money lies can also obstruct the growth or maintenance of riches. We can reset our thinking, shift our perspective, and begin acting once we realize the money lies we believe. This allows us to make better decisions and make greater progress towards our financial long-term goals. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification icon so you can be notified whenever we upload new videos. Thank you so much for tuning in to Catapult Capitalism, and we'll see you later.